Lesson: Risk management for third-party and vendor data. Risk management for third-party and vendor data is a critical component of implementing privacy by design and default, a central tenet of the Certified Information Privacy Professional curriculum. Organizations increasingly rely on third-party vendors to support various business functions, resulting in shared data responsibilities that can significantly impact privacy and security. This lesson will explore actionable insights, practical tools, frameworks, and step-by-step applications to effectively manage these risks, enhancing proficiency in this vital area. The reliance on third-party vendors introduces complexities in maintaining data privacy and security. A common framework employed is the third-party risk management framework, which provides a structured approach to managing these risks. The TPRM framework typically involves identifying potential risks, assessing the impact and likelihood of these risks, implementing controls to mitigate them, and continuously monitoring the vendor's compliance with these controls. By systematically applying this framework, organizations can anticipate challenges and proactively address vulnerabilities that may arise from third-party relationships. A critical first step in implementing effective risk management is conducting a thorough risk assessment. This involves mapping out all vendor relationships and identifying data exchanges that occur within each relationship. Organizations should classify vendors based on the sensitivity of the data they handle and the potential risks associated with each. For instance, a vendor providing IT support may have access to sensitive internal systems and should be categorized as high risk, necessitating more stringent controls and oversight. Once vendors are classified, organizations should employ due diligence processes to evaluate each vendor's privacy and security practices. This evaluation can be facilitated by using standardized questionnaires, such as the Consensus Assessments Initiative questionnaire, which offers a comprehensive set of questions designed to assess a vendor's security posture. The CAIQ covers critical areas such as data governance, compliance, and incident management, allowing organizations to identify gaps in a vendor's practices and address them before data breaches occur. Another effective tool is the incorporation of contractual safeguards in vendor agreements. Contracts should clearly define data protection responsibilities, including compliance with relevant privacy laws and regulations, such as the General Data Protection Regulation. Contracts should also include provisions for regular audits and the right to terminate the agreement in the event of non-compliance. By embedding these clauses, organizations can ensure vendors are legally obligated to maintain robust data protection standards. Real-world case studies underscore the importance of these measures. In 2019, Capital One experienced a significant data breach that affected over 100 million customers due to a misconfigured web application firewall managed by a third-party vendor. This incident highlights the need for organizations to not only assess their vendors' security measures, but also continuously monitor and verify their implementation. Continuous monitoring can be achieved through automated tools that provide real-time insights into a vendor's compliance status and alert organizations to any deviations from agreed-upon standards. In addition to monitoring, organizations should develop incident response plans that specifically address third-party data breaches. These plans should outline clear communication protocols, roles, and responsibilities in the event of a breach. Regularly conducting tabletop exercises with vendors can ensure that all parties are prepared to respond swiftly and effectively to data incidents. These exercises help identify potential weaknesses in response plans and facilitate improvements, thereby minimizing the impact of actual breaches. The implementation of privacy by design and default principles further enhances third-party risk management by embedding privacy considerations into every stage of data handling. Organizations should ensure that vendors adopt similar principles, requiring them to implement data minimization and encryption as standard practices. The Privacy by Design framework, developed by Dr. Ann Cavoukian, emphasizes proactive rather than reactive measures, integrating privacy into the core of all systems and processes. An example of successful application of privacy by design is Apple's approach to vendor management. Apple enforces stringent privacy requirements on its vendors, mandating that data is encrypted both in transit and at rest, and that vendors follow strict access control policies. This approach not only protects user data, but also enhances consumer trust, demonstrating the business value of robust privacy practices. Statistics further illustrate the necessity of effective third-party risk management. According to a study by the Ponemon Institute, 53% of organizations have experienced a data breach caused by a third party, with the average cost of such a breach reaching $7.5 million. These figures underscore the significant financial and reputational risks associated with inadequate vendor data protection measures. To mitigate these risks, organizations can leverage tools like the vendor risk management software, which automates the assessment, monitoring, and management of vendor risks. VRM solutions provide dashboards with comprehensive views of vendor risk profiles, streamline the due diligence process, and facilitate continuous monitoring. By integrating VRM software into their risk management strategies, organizations can enhance efficiency and accuracy in managing vendor risks. In conclusion, effective risk management for third-party and vendor data is a multifaceted process that requires a strategic approach, incorporating frameworks like TPRM, tools such as CAIQ and VRM software, and contractual safeguards. By conducting rigorous risk assessments, implementing continuous monitoring, and adhering to privacy by design principles, organizations can mitigate the risks associated with third-party data handling, safeguard sensitive information, and maintain compliance with privacy regulations. The lessons learned from real-world cases and the application of practical tools provide a roadmap for professionals seeking to enhance their proficiency in this critical area of information privacy.